There comes a point in life when you realize the harshest judgment you face is the one you place on yourself. The inner critic whispers lies of inadequacy, convincing you that your mistakes define your worth and your past determines your future. But none of that is true. Many people carry the weight of self-doubt, fear, and regret for years, sometimes decades, believing they aren't worthy of the life they once dreamed of. Limiting beliefs, excuses, and old narratives quietly steal opportunities and suppress potential. Yet the truth remains. Your past only defines you if you allow it to. Freedom begins with a choice. The decision to forgive yourself for the times you gave in to fear, for the chances you didn't take, and for believing you weren't enough. Self-forgiveness isn't about erasing the past. It's about releasing the burden it placed on your present. Every breakthrough, every meaningful change starts in the mind. The moment you decide to stop punishing yourself, to let go of old labels and rewrite your story, you open the door to possibility. The fears that have held you back are nothing more than a script you've been reciting, and you have the power to put it down. Ask yourself, what's stopping you now? What dreams have you abandoned because you've convinced yourself they were out of reach? The reasons you've clung to are often just comfortable, lies meant to avoid discomfort and responsibility. But growth lives beyond those lies. You have permission to start again. Apologize to yourself for the years spent doubting, for holding on to what no longer serves you. Wipe the slate clean. Your future isn't written by your past. It's shaped by the choices you make today. The journey won't be easy. There will be moments when old doubts resurface, but each step forward reaffirms your promise to yourself to never abandon your potential again. Real peace and progress come not from perfection, but from the courage to keep moving despite fear. You are not your mistakes. You are the person choosing right now to grow beyond them. We often stay trapped in the same patterns because we carry guilt, shame, and harsh self-judgment. The first step to breaking free is simple. Apologize to yourself, not to others, to the one person who truly needs to hear it. Release the mistakes, the missed chances, and the moments you fell short. They were lessons, not life sentences. When you genuinely forgive yourself, everything begins to shift. You reconnect with inner strength, resilience, and the ability to overcome obstacles. Dreams you once buried and ambitions you thought impossible start to feel within reach, not because circumstances changed, but because you did. By shedding the weight of self-doubt, you unlock clarity, confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. Fears lose their grip. Barriers seem smaller. Because beneath years of self-criticism and limiting beliefs, you've always been capable, a force ready to rise. That inner spark never dies. It waits for you to clear away the noise and let it burn again. Self-forgiveness is the way forward. It quiets the inner critic and restores your power. The simple act of saying, "I'm sorry, and I forgive you," to yourself breaks the cycle of self-sabotage. From that moment, new possibilities open, because you're no longer anchored to the past. This is the true gift of self-forgiveness, the freedom to dream bigger, act with courage, and live without the old stories limiting you. When you let go of those false narratives, you create space for new, empowering beliefs about what's possible. If you feel stuck, now is the time. Say it. I'm sorry for the ways I've held myself back. I forgive myself fully, and starting today, I choose a new path. With that compassion for yourself, nothing can break you. Setbacks become lessons, failures turn into direction, and you move forward with quiet confidence, knowing you've made peace with your past and claimed your future. From this moment on, you have the power to rewrite your story. The past no longer defines you. It served as preparation for the clarity you now hold. Each new day is a clean slate, free from the weight of negative self-talk and harsh judgment, offering the chance to shape the life you truly want. Say it to yourself now. I'm sorry for the ways I've held myself back. I forgive myself fully. Today, I draw a line and claim the life I choose to create. Feel that shift within, the release of old burdens and the rise of new energy. Let these words settle deep, because self-forgiveness and acceptance are the fuel behind every lasting transformation. This is the foundation for manifesting the future you desire. What happens next is entirely your choice. Will you repeat old patterns or move forward with clarity and courage? Choose bold self-belief and steady progress. Become a source of change by first finding peace within yourself. Release the past. Apologize for carrying unnecessary guilt and judgment. Then, take meaningful, fearless action toward the life you envision. Real change isn't built through relentless self-criticism or punishing discipline. It's created through patience, compassion, and the willingness to grow. You wouldn't shame someone learning to walk for stumbling. Offer yourself that same grace. Setbacks are part of the process. Every meaningful transformation involves moments of uncertainty and failure. True progress happens when you replace perfectionism with steady, kind self-correction and continue moving forward. Many attempt to change their lives through sheer willpower alone, but that approach often leads to burnout. Sustainable momentum comes from a place of forgiveness and self-respect. When you stop fighting yourself and start trusting your inner wisdom, everything becomes lighter and your goals feel more attainable. Self-forgiveness is the key you've been missing. You can't access your full potential while carrying guilt and self-doubt. Release them, and you'll discover the courage to take risks, grow, and pursue what matters most. The confidence, pride, and clarity that follow will mark the true turning point in your journey, the moment you stop doubting and start fully living. Lasting change begins the moment you choose self-compassion. When you quiet the harsh inner voice and release self-judgment, you reclaim your personal power. A true comeback happens when you let go of limits you once placed on yourself and embrace your ability to shape the life you truly desire. With this mindset, the past turns into lessons instead of failures. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, and the inner dialogue shifts from criticism to encouragement. Life stops being a burden and starts becoming a new adventure. The moment you commit to self-forgiveness and acceptance, you unlock permission to pursue your boldest ambitions. Whether it's starting a new path, expressing your creativity, building meaningful relationships, or exploring the world, everything becomes possible. Fear and self-doubt were the only barriers, and now they no longer hold power. Perfection is not a requirement for progress. Waiting to be flawless only leads to frustration and paralysis. By forgiving yourself for past mistakes and inconsistencies, you break free from that exhausting cycle. Growth happens in action, not in waiting for the perfect moment. If you're ready to reclaim your path, start with 3 simple words. I forgive myself. Speak them. Feel their weight lift from within. Forgive the doubts, the delays, and the moments you stayed silent when you should have stepped forward. Replace self-abandonment with unwavering self-support. This is the moment to reconnect with your limitless potential. The strength and light within you were never lost, only buried beneath fear and unnecessary self-criticism. Each act of self-kindness clears those barriers and reignites that inner fire. From this point forward, choose to show up for your life with compassion, courage, and confidence. Let hesitation and self-doubt fall away. The past no longer defines you, and the future is wide open. You are limitless, and you no longer need permission to claim it.